Thomas, you can listen radio.
Yes, I dey lis ten radio. And all wetin I dey lis ten, no get aid, no get till. Government just dey do all wetin e fit for do na the country. Corruption dey all side. For layman get irrational self. Na work and the brother no wan give account of wetin they dey do.
Not so it dey be again. Not so like the way the government they hide for do anything. Now the people they want for know wetin dey happen at the government and they eager for take part for national activity. The government of Salon forbid the people government and they not for afraid for opening gates to the people. Thomas, you don't hear about OGP, Open Government Partnership?
No, na OGI I don hear about. Open Government Initiative.
Well, now OGI gets for implement OGP na Salon, but now the Salon government they bring OGP come na the country for can help them for govern better one and make sure say transparency, accountability, integrity they all side per governance.
Outside the tie cow na they eat grass.
Left that talk day. It don't tell let the people they know how much the government they give for run the ministry, department and agency. People they for know how the contractor then they manage the budget money where the government they give for benefits the people for maintain and report any kishi to police and anti-corruption.
So you want let me go ask me brigadier how much government they give for run 34 hospital?
We realize say open government partnership OGP the benefit to country must tell me.
Whose benefits?
1. Unity na strength. 63 and a better pass 1. 63 country and 63 civil society worldwide don't come together under OGP.
And that's going to make we national OGP go stronger because they don't join in and commit for help with government for provide we with more than.
Well, family and good morning. One for welcome to our usual program, FedLink, the program where they link the sister station them all about the country. If you Tonkolili, you go get to Bo, Bont, Bujan, Makini, Moyamba, Kenema, Kambia, Kairao, Kodadugu, Waterloo, of course, Freetown, Botloko, Kenema, and Kono. You will forget we on this program. Well, with me, I get Theophilus Bender.
Fambulem, good morning.
And Anna Jimmy.
Fambulem, good morning.
Well, we'll start with news briefs. Anna.
Thank you very much. I can therefore start for give like brief background. The OGI no say na the bridge for communication gap between governments and the people. We they create a forum outside the people then go get a way for communicate to governments and governments self go communicate to the people and but waiting then they do. So over the past years, we don't do this through town hall meetings, you have your saying governance, and now the Federation Link, and other activities there, consultation, symposium, all them bokotin and day. Based on what we don't do, and with partnership we don't build over the years with civil society, media, paramount chiefs, headmen, with tribal heads, you know, and others, different stakeholders then across the country, it will be one of the criteria for make Salon be a member of the Global Open Government Partnership. So 2013, Salon as a country sent the letter of intent, and by 2014, they don't accept we because we don't pass the criteria. We na be citizens engagement, fiscal transparency, assets declaration, and innovations. So when we don't pass the criteria, some of the steps the way as a country, Salon they take. Now forget a steering committee first. When you don't get a steering committee where they comprise of government and civil society, then they develop an action plan where go full of commitments where governments go implement and commitments and they where governments they implement, civil society go there for monitor the process. And 1 year into the program, as a country, we get for assess ourselves, also we don't reach. And after we assess ourselves, we submit to the Global Open Government Partnership, and from there then they come back to we say send an independent researcher for can look over we don't say now yeah we don't reach. At the end of the 2-year program, you get for submit an end of term self-assessment again, after which somebody go come for do a research for look at we don't submit. After that, then una go for develop again a second action plan in line with all them thing and day. So the first action plan will be get 11 commitments with about 54 milestones. Out of them 54 milestones a day, we'll be able for complete 36 milestones. We be get 10 where we know do nothing, and the 14 or so we be able for go with halfway through, partially completed. So we make great strides where for the very first time we don't be member of the Global Open Government Partnership. We get them commitments and they, and as a country we able for implement more than 70 to 80% of them commitments a day. So the second action plan again, we don't develop last year June, and we did in the process for implement. But this time around, we want for the calm tone every week on the commitments they are so some of them things they are so go be feasible to people them, and people them go able to understand waiting OGI they do. So some of them commitments and this time around where we look at elections. We get milestones under the elections, how waiting as a country we get for do for ensure say we get a free and fair elections. We also get access to justice, where this na for tell we this na for make picking them or woman them we not get access to justice, for create that forum they outside they go able for access justice. And one of the things they inside that access to justice they now for make sure say we get mediation centers there across the country. What's in mediation centers? That you know say Pekin, whatever bad they do to them, you get for protect the Pekin rights. And one of the rights the way they protect by the Pekin identity, so that it not go be stigmatized. So the mediation panels them, some cases then they way for picking them, where enough fine for make it go public. So then therefore get a secure room, isolated and confidential, usai then go mediate the kind of issues then they, especially like rape cases then for picking them. And another good thing about that commitment we are like then say it tell we say one of the milestones they tell we say then go forget a database of all the one the way they find guilty of rape, so therefore publish them, so that if people know the one the way they commit then thing and they, if you don't even serve your time but you go na any community, people then go know say this kind of person they na this community, and then go always watch them back. We also get a commitment on waste management. We get a commitment on climate change, and we get another commitment on aid transparency. This now foreign aid where they can at this country. Then therefore be transparent in how then they implement and how then they disburse them. So there are a few of the commitments that we get inside the second action plan, and we get for they come up with them as time every Sunday now we get for they come up with them. The other thing, so this past week we get a steering committee meeting where the steering committee comprised of governments, this time around the implementing agencies, the wouldn't have the implementing agencies, then commitments there, so the government institutions they were responsible for implementing, we get them at the steering committee. And also the civil society there for monitor the process. So there be meets this week for let we begin for assess usai and usai we don't reach, we don't develop this action plan, but now we get for begin to find a way forward. First of all, for monitor the implementation process, and we also look at the implementing agencies then get for send a work plan, so that this work plan will also fit into the action plan. So then commitments here so go be reflected inside the work plan there, so and it will be achievable. So we get this meeting and we get for the council now with updates, and most probably we get for the year from the steering committee members then for let themselves they tell we usai and usai they don't reach, wait they don't do for ensure say then here so salon as a country they implement them. Another thing again where we work on this week, where over the past few months people they all know about now the citizens engagement on social accountability. This one will be the talk about will be the solicit people their feedback through the 644 toll free line, where we they ask people for call, you know, but things wey dey happen at this country, especially on 4 thematic areas wey we feel say that dey affect people and lives every day. Wetin are them 4 here? We say water, we say electricity, we say waste management again, and we also say the phone companies them for make the access and make we know wetin are the challenges them and wetin governments need for do for build up them challenges there. So we don't get calls over the past few months on then different issues there. Now the 644 toll-free line. But then again, if they say we don't get calls, other than them people here where they receive the calls them, we get the OGI volunteers them where be there, and most recently for the past 3 months, they become supported by students from the University of Sierra Leone at the Center for Policy Studies. So their students here over the past few months then dedicate their time, they say they're ready for answer the calls 24 hours. So they may make a 3 shifts where within that then they answer the calls them. So on Tuesday we begin a press conference usai the director of the OGI and also the vice chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone and other senior members then at the university, and most especially Dr. Potter, they all be there together at this press conference for first of all appreciate the efforts of the students them, and also for thank the university for giving this opportunity for the students then for work with we, for volunteer for answer them calls there. And we hope say this now a partnership we get for continue. And also I want for use this opportunity for wish the students them successful exams as then they take the exams. So now they're not giving them full time, but they don't say as they done the exam, so they go for be on board again fully, because they don't see how themselves can able for contribute to national development. So then if I can stop here, now the pasting in this way OGI, OGP don't do this week.
Okay, thank you very much. Over to you, Theophilus.
All right, thank you very much. Wonderful update there by my colleague Hannah. I'm much more interested in the area where we talk about rape. It remains a big issue in the country, and I think say naming and shaming the one that were involved in that could be one good way for for introduce, so that it will serve as a deterrent for people where they in the habit of running into that. The Wellington Masheka toll road information don't come out now for say it will come into effect by July. That effective July they will begin to collect fees for the one they want to apply through the routes. If you get taxi, you get truck, you get bike, this and that, you get for begin pay now, and that it will take effect in July. Well, many people that don't raise concern already, they say this too soon because the road still under construction, and it is possible that by July the road no go still done. So the question is, why the rush? Why you not wait until the road finish and then you begin for sensitize the public before you begin to take money? So that begin make plenty people them they raise concern, and it get for get 3 stops. So if you go from here to Masheka, for example, now 3 stops you get for pay different amounts, and it not clear it how much go be involved, and that the people do not get it a clear sensitization as to how this go affect transport. But of course the Sierra Leone Motor Drivers Union already begin to say once they begin pay the toll fees, then there's a go add to the transportation cost, which is understandable. But many concerns don't come up, one being the fact that there is no alternative. By right, the toll line or the toll road for be an alternative, not for be the major routes where all man don't they use traditionally. So this alone don't be a serious concern. We Sierra Leonean sisters, the Nakuet particularly, they don't raise serious concern. They say that they mistreat them, that they sell them into slavery, then they sexually abuse them, that they deceive them in the sense that one side that they say that they go to them, not today, not different side that they go to them. You get one where say if you for go na Canada, they end up for sending a Kuwait. Once you are there, they take your passport in your hand, so you're not there for yourself anymore. So they don't raise concern. They say, despite the fact say they go for money, but this money it don't look money, so they want for come back. And I think say the government they put mechanisms in place for identify the affected Sierra Leonean sisters them where they and they don't they make moves already for first come some. And BBC reports say there is 75% youth unemployment in the country, and this is a very serious situation, especially when His Excellency the President they don't say ready for in life down for the youth them. So if we still get 75% youth unemployment, then it's already a very serious issue. We see how this they go, because so many criminal activities they don't come in now because some people that they attribute the things the way they happen in a society to root causes like unemployment and all that kind of thing they do. So if I let the government address this issue, because most of we youth them they waste at the end of the day. Imagine the one where they kill Nada Wellinti area. This could have been useful citizens if they before gets themselves gainfully employed or gainfully engaged somehow. NACIT don't increase 15 point something percent per them pensioners them. You get different. You get two particular categories of pensioners. You get the government pensioner, you get the NACIT pensioners. The NACIT pensioners, them now go begin to get 15% in addition to what they get. The government pensioners, them they remain the same. And I think to say government for really pay attention to we retired civil servants them, because most of them don't live all their life in the civil service and they retire without taking home anything. Now what it mean for be corrupt and all that kind of thing. So you get civil servants that will diligently serve the nation, but right now they live in stress. Many of them they die as a result of poor health care, poor housing and all that kind of thing. So I think to say government for try for increase pensioners them money by over 100%, because within some money they took home right now is nothing good to write home about for somebody where don't serve the nation and supposed to live in decency. The NPSC National Primary School Examination where the picking them sit this year, many people that don't classify them as being the worst ever in the history of the country. They say some of the picking them, 2 or 3 to 1 good question paper. And this is not a very serious concern. Why then they say when as a result of late entries. Well, if not late entries, how comes we not accept the money we attached? Then we not print the questionnaires them or the question papers them were equal to the amount of picking the way to go sit the examination. This not just for embarrass the government, I think, and some of that kind of thing they not for go free, and there's a whole unit responsible when I work and an internationally acclaimed body. So for year in year out they go first come leakage of examination papers or questions. They now shortage in terms of examination materials. This is a shame. As a matter of fact, the cabinet don't give an instruction for the collection of $40 per passenger anytime you travel in and out of the Lungi International Airports. And the airline companies them already don't protest for say this not meet international best practice, and so we are not going to cooperate. So they say if the Ministry of Transport and Aviation may not go ahead, but they're not able for implement that particular extra charge there, because according to them security should be paid for by the government and not the individual passengers. So this is like transferring the cost to the passengers. So like if you dey travel out of the country now tomorrow, or sorry, by June, $40 for go. If you're coming back, $40. That is $80 already, and it is nothing short of what Honorable Paran Tarawali call as being illegal, because they say such an increment for go through the House of Parliament. Well, we be lost a prominent Sierra Leonean in the person of Mr. Femi Turner, be the jog na the Aberdeen beach, where unfortunately we say one motorcar hit him. He was flown to Senegal, also he died eventually. May his soul rest in perfect peace, and he will be buried today. The late Femi Tumnanda be the CEO for one of the most outstanding local construction companies them, when at the Femi Turner Construction Company. And also we be lost one other prominent Sierra Leonean in the person of Alhaji Baba Tunkara. Now be a very good person in the United States of America. They be done beg already. Two more issues than most. Tonkia Chief Dom Paramount Chief. The Minister of Local Government be suspend them and then reinstate them after some days. Well, the whole question about suspending the paramount chief, be raised alarm, because the one that we know, but the traditional setting, they say the minister cannot just wake up one morning and decide for suspend a whole paramount chief. At the end of the day, they say the paramount chief began for apologize openly before they reinstate them. I think to say this na a big blow to the respectability of the paramount chieftaincy institution, and I think to say this call for a review of the governance structure of the paramount chiefs them. I think they should operate directly under the office of the president than operating under the office of a minister where can take advantage. And the last person where being they in charge of the ministry na a woman, and the person of Diana Konamani. So imagine a woman being in charge of all the paramount chiefs in the country. That alone they defeat the purpose of the sacredness of the chieftaincy institution, right? So I think to say it should be reviewed and brought under the office of the president. So one minister no will just think to say a powerful pass all the paramount chiefs them na the country, and they can say he go suspend the paramount chief because the paramount chief disrespect him, or so on and so forth. His Excellency the President Dr. Anes Kurma, they right now in Saudi Arabia on the invitation of the Saudi king. This is the second time in 2 weeks when His Excellency the President they go now Saudi Arabia, and of course this time around now for go attend a very very important security meeting where prominent heads of state them, including Donald Trump, even get for attend. So His Excellency the President Dr. Anes Kurma, of course, is going to meet with Donald Trump. Man. Lastly, the Chinese ruling party na China don't commit itself for construct a 7-story regional office for the All People's Congress. Well, according to the APC, they say this now the benefit of a long-term friendship relationship between the two ruling party them, and that this starts since the days of the late President Shekhar P. Stevens. Well, this does raise serious public outcry, especially when the elections are just around the corner. So man, they say, well, and the Chinese people them go want for see the current government for stay, because the investments them in the country go there at stake if a regime change happen for take place. So that must make us stop here for now.
It's okay. Thank you very much. I think say with the time for go. Who's already gonna
Bond Joseph Amara.
Go back to Matuja.
Yeah, Matuja.
Yes, he called me.
Okay.
Something happened?
Oh, is it for call?
Oh, that knows.
now go bond, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. We go bond. 0. Latic to Joseph Amma. Is it from here? Right, okay. Well, from the Listener Federation link, we try for link we sister station all about. We try for reach Joseph Aman a Bont, and we got to anything this morning. Good morning, Joseph.
Yeah, good morning, Dan. Good morning, Hannah, and welcome to Tio.
Yeah.
Baku.
What's it happy? What's it happening about?
8-year-old Kadiatu Fobi and 11-year-old Geneva Manye, they drowned Friday night na Jong River on the way when they come out na Matru for go na Baba village inside Jong Chiefdom. And all this began for happen as the Federation Link, began for open government initiative, began for meet the Sierra Maritime regulator, Musa Sise, we attached to Bond District, they began for say the district council at board engine. Now in the sail along the Jong River at 8:30 p.m. when automatically they get for hit the canoe, and the canoe being get 3 passengers inside or 3 people then, including the captain, when Dennis Molai. The maritime regulator being get for tell Federation Link say during the accident then the final say the boat being there without protective jacket, light, and they also been get for other states and say the Bond District Council in both it be on license long since we they're not able to renew the license. So therefore he accused council for where they fail for renew the registration license, and he described as saying a violation against the Sierra Maritime principles. The Bond District Council began to respond to the situation. Mohamed B.S. Adu weigh in at the information, education and communication officer we attached to Bond District Council began for deny say council not get any knowledge for the boat in sail one na see at that particular night. The only thing we council in boat therefore according to us say that for men and cross the water was picking them where they come out at the part at the other part of the river for they bring them so that they will get access for reach to the school. And so but this particular way happen, they will not get knowledge at all on that. But as they talk to you this matter, the report under the Sierra police inside Matsujong and police intervention and they get for call the captain where they in charge of the boat. And presently, as they talk to you, the matter they under police investigation as a crime officer they get for explain to me. For quite a long time where the road construction at Bond District, people they feel that they have been isolated by the government, and one for believe based on the companies where they did the contract to. And this week, we expect on the 31st for make the first Tricom company where they don't give this particular road construction from Matru, from Bond to Bow. And they forget a meeting with people then stakeholders there on the 31st of this month, so that they will try or make them notify the public disclosure about the environmental and social impact assessment document Tricom road project for Bo and Matujong. And this a longer waiting, where the people of Bond District they wait for me and see in as much road na in they bring development and na in they fast track even other services for making the reach na the district. But they now know that this time around the government don't take a stand for make them see that the Bo Matru road don't be under construction, because this don't actually make it difficult for people to move easily to Bo and even the capital city when Freetown. So this time around, as the first Tricom down, they really tight up their belts for camp. People are waiting, and then they wait that this meeting it will be fruitful on the 31st as they come along. For Federation Link, Joseph Morrison Amara reporting.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Joseph, the report from Bond. That's how we go again, huh? Kono, alright. Alright, then we try for go Kono and talk to we colleague with the Kono. And remember, say if you want to be part of this program, now for send you text to 076470400, you will be part of the program, and they will give you text, and in fact your text will be stored so that you will forget them even on the net. So for now, the time for reach Patrick and see Patrick tell we what's in the Apina Kono district, the hometown of Mr. Bender. It's Kono district. Anyway. Alright, we still a time for which Patrick Nakono. Well, like I said, Patrick not in your phone, but we hope say go pick. Well, I don't know move for so I will move because look like Patrick. Yes, okay. Alpha. Okay. No, because Tarek say Patrick then at the man that we they say mobile phone in the lab, you know. So let we try to see the reach. We'll try for reach Moyamba and talk to Alpha Luba because I think Moyamba gets some issue actually. We the need for let the public know. But the problem is that maybe with the rains that acts this day, it can be a little difficult for make we able for get access, you know, to telephone, you know. But we'll still try Alpha again and see what's in the happen. If we not get we'll move it aside. Long move other side. Look like say Alpha and Terrain get some problem. What's how to go next? Let's go Kenema. Oh yes, Kenema district. Kenema district. We go talk to Wheelman because Kalon. Ahmed Kalon. Now Kenema districts we try for reach all, but some area again. Let's say I don't know what's in the happy with the terrain them. Ahmed Kalon, whenever we reach still, I tell you, let we go. There we go.
Makene or Poloko?
Yes, let's go put loco. Abubakar always ready meat. You know. Abubakar always ready made. You know, then taking in the a small in Kanamo, you begin get some problem. Yes, Abubakar, move from the radio. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, move away a little bit from the radio.
Yes, I talk at the inside Port Loco.
Yeah, what's in the happy now?
Yes, yesterday at about 7:30, along Okro Hill, inside my 38, and come na Opat, all inside Koya Chigdom, one 40-year-old man, he be hanged himself by one rope, we people who come out from Freetown and the one who come out from Upline, they come inside Freetown, be attacked and incident will really be happen. Well, Ojai be happen for go and see for himself Well, we OJI look at the 40-year-old man we dressed in Barcelona sports jersey, able for ascertain that this man, he look like now some people them go hang am after they don't kill him. Well, by investigation and observation, we OJI the final say, John na the tree, he be see some slippers, he be see empty bags when imported rest bag them. He be see a cloth when a green cloth we be there, and he see fresh blood come out from this 40-year-old man. Well, the police we are charged now the my 38 police post, they go for Kadi, for ascertain and see what really be happen where that 40-year-old man go hang himself. But according to other school of thought, we people the views and the comments around say, some might be say, that a suicide 90% commit, we go hang himself, and the other one say, now foul play. But according to the other journalists, we be they say they look like, because 1 week ago, they go arrest some man them, where they are let's say, and one man them, we become rob, na the Potloko, Mashaka, Mama, the stations, and self, we the CC, they carry up an ammunition, we are unlawful to the public. Then see sometimes, one party people, we some party people we don't run away for try for destroy evidence. But according to the police, they say that they investigate on the issue. Well, the presidential apprentice winner Alaji Dr. Alpha Sahib Bakar Kanu, he go launch in apprentice network na Mamali district inside the northern part of the country. Well, this will attract thousands of people from Potloko and the rest of the country where they be there na the McKinney City Council inside Potloko town. Well, according to Alaji Dr. Sahid Bakar Kanu, we him explain, he say him, he don't DBN each the president Dr. Anas as an apprentice, and self now, they don't need to get the license we need for ride the vehicle. Well, the apprentice network, where they go launch na McKinney City inside Bambali district, we get across all the network them across the country. According to Mr. Alpha Bangura, we are the chairman for the network, in the explain say Alaji Alpha Sahib Bakar Kanu, before this time he don't get a doctorate degree and SPC, ordinary doctorate degree on humanity. He said, also says Alaji Alpha Sahib Bakar Kanu don't stand tall and add value in terms of promoting the All People's Congress Party. And the whole of the people and supporters them for Potloko, then be they sing and praise there after Martini win Abamali, it will be Potloko. And Potloko, one from the district them will be rescued. Dr. Anas Begruma, the time we respect for power, and he says the people in Abamali district be greater. And now that basically the president Dr. Anas Begruma the exist for power, then say Potloko need for benefits. Well, another story that the Center for Democracy and Human Rights and the OJI and OGP will go rescue one pikin wey na 11-year-old wey for 6 years. Well, the issue be happen na Tenkatupa Makamata from Kochidom. Well, they read this information, say this pikin then go put am na the shrine wey na the Zoe. The team we go find out and really meet the pikin inside the Zoe bus. But through the efforts of Center for Democracy and Human Rights and OJI and OGP and the civil society and Council of Fatmata, Bangura of World 175, they will rescue the girl, bring an Apotoko, and go sit the NBSC. Above all, well, OJI and OGP same should look at the issue of the social accountability and be focused on the government hospital. As now, thousands of pregnant don't come inside protocol for an unknown distribution for reduce malaria and same way to how they will transform the health sector inside protocol district. Reporting for Ojan ODB Professor Link, Abubakar Kanu inside protocol where they don't pronounce it, protocol will be the city inside the northern part of the country.
Thank you very much, Abubakar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Not try for go to Waterloo. Let's see if we go get Casio. Okay, I don't take some time. Casio or Lancool. Let's see again if we go for talk to Casio. Let's tell you because Waterloo rural area. Now, one pan the people and way they say, of course, they pan this cleaning for clean the city, you know. So, no. If we go get Mr. Olankol. It look like for say. Alright, this is how we go next. We don't go put local now. We don't go put local.
Yeah, where Cambia?
Alright, let's try Cambia district. Let's say the Cambia districts. Okay. This one they try for tell we, but some talk. But anyway, let's look first. Let's go Cambia district quick and see if I could talk to until I go to church because this woman. I don't go Batilo, because this woman ain't go to church. Let's try Batilo Matia and see. We'll try Batilo. Well, family and Federation Link, the program will link the sister station them all about the country. So we try for go and see if we go talk to William brother Batilo, so that but on the same Anna, if you get text message, go to hear them. Why is that they try for get Batilo? Anna gets on text?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make I just go through the text quickly. This one say, Dan, Hannah and Theo, the issue of armed robbery needs to be addressed quickly by the Minister of Internal Affairs, Salon Police and other security apparatus. As of the raid of our brothers and sisters, as to the aid of our brothers and sisters in Kuwait to come back home as their rights are busy in Kuwait. Please, Papa Anes and your team, let their cries be heard. This other one says 75% of youth empowerment in the country is an appalling news for the future of Sierra Leone. It is, as a result, the same unemployment rates for our youth in this country that is posing an untold human suffering on our sisters in Kuwait from political blanco na Moyamba. It sent another message. It said the powers our traditional chiefs have drastically reduced in recent years. Is it as a result of modernization? Because in those days it is a sacrilege. It was a sacrilegious crime for a paramount chief to do the so-called public apology for power regaining by the reinstated paramount chief in Tonkia Chiefdom, Kenema district. Me, I know they sell me birthrights for Kukwebe for political blanco. This other one say It said these exported workers to Kuwait are called kamadas or slaves. These are bad words for people in the modern days from Okonte Narokupo. This other one say for the first time in history in this country, government and WAEC have woefully failed to organize NPSC in most centers. This na John P. Vandy from Banta Textiles Taninaun. Then these are just few of the messages that we get. This other one say Federation Link, what a sad news for a 40-year-old man to hang himself to death in Poloko district. Since he have gone, prosperity will judge him. Lastly, please Papa Anes come into the aid of our brothers and sisters in Kuwait to come back home safely, as no place like home. From Kalusha Boaliana Makeni. Well, Dan, if I could just say something with regards to this Kuwait issue. You know, if you go immigration, you dey see a flock with so many young people they try for get passports. When you ask, they say na for this Kuwait. I dey think say like now we dey get so many messages over social media with regards to this Kuwait issue, but still when you go immigration, they see so many young people and they try for get passports for go Kuwait. With all waiting people and the yeri and then the yeri people and they cry for come back. People they still the anxious for go Kuwait. I don't know, that's a mistake. And if I can just comment also on the NPSC exams, I think that's one also gonna be a great challenge to the picking them and also the teachers them and also the ministry, because you know picking go sit question paper no day or una 3 day share question paper na room for spy and a room also for let them go get for question the grades then, because if somebody and somebody they share down I get the opportunity for sit down very close so you dey able see what you copy the shade. Anyway.
Well, the way they say then do am, then say we now they don't sit down, we don't sit down. They take una go lock una our room. then take una question paper. They can't get them higher. You see, this is a very unique. It never been at the world. Not the first time this a B, you know, Saloki unique parts on them. So. It happens saying that so it be so it will go for be the worst NPSC exam ever.
And then apart from that, I understand say the questions them will come they out of the syllabus where they teach the beginning with. So we not gonna expect anything good from this examination. Well, and somebody should take responsibility.
Well, then they bad if that's not the case.
Of course, that's the case.
A bad because how you go bring question way they out of the syllabus, you know. Anybody, if not yourself, you go take the exam, you're not going to do nothing because what you don't study, not so you can see.
Yes.
Yeah, and with regards to the Kuwaiti issue, Anna, you know, government don't say they don't ban this nanny business where they care people and go and then continue for go be nanny. But you can sabi wait and talk about greener pastures, and some parents and they even they can struggle. They go for any money just if you to say when picking go overseas, pour on pan them. So even when they talk, they're not the you the time for talk to them, they're not the so then get an agent here where they use this opportunity to do one way they know the then begin to convince them people here, take money in their hand, tell them say then they go work in a hotel, then self glad if for go away go to a hotel, you go to make this kind of money, then self key then go pay this money. So when they pass them through Guinea, because when I had in the past, they go must cap them.
Yeah.
So then they pass through Guinea, when they take the plane, when they go reach Sunshine now, they hand over them passport, give them. Now I tell them, go say, who side them? They say, you go to the hole. You go na this place. However, then they go there. But when they go, with them they go meet there. Not to waiting than they expect. Because they say then they go lock them now on the sailor. then they can buy them like a slave. And in fact, the kind visa where they give them. For go Kuwait, you get two kind visa. You get visa 18, you get visa 20. Yes, the visa 18 now give you the power for worker all about inside Kuwait. They don't country then they the worker day. Visa 20, where you go, you inside us. So te lucky and nice house you You know they see for in fact from that time when they move you from there you slave visa for can you go. Now you go see streets no more. After that you know you see streets again. Now inside house you go day all day you dey walk and waiting. But one thing we can always establish you know the need for sensitized people that way you go na any country as a citizen wey you go na any country for make that you embassy wey dey there let you know say you dey so that if anything happen then go able for no side and go trace you. But plenty of people they travel we not dey get time with the embassy, we not dey even contact them. So if anything go wrong, how for trace you, how for locate you? Consider no more where that guru money before don American embassy, them France, them UK, they not trace the student, the citizen there. They not tell them for go on one side, then go to the country for you repatriate them. Now so when you go to any country, your first port of call now for go to your embassy, go register, tell them say a day now for this so period. Now so a tap. So if anything happen, then go get a record of you and then go know how for trace you. So this is the problem. Then begin and they go to Kuwait now. How for trace them? They're not able for trace them. Then they suffer how for trace them. Some agents you know take the money now, then they not agree for getting waiting na the heart desire. So outside and they now like a slave. They no the thing no more than now. But something don't happen because we've been spark up something and how we make now they don't try for apprehend two of the agents them. When the agents then now the Saudi government they try for press now for pay for the one in the for camp. The money they only eat, they for pay now. So then they're under custody. And then they try for repatriated.
Then make I just add to that most you get the legitimate because government may put a ban but then they be lifted back recently. You get legitimate companies them where even they register with the ministry, where they deal directly with the ministry. And you get other one them, the one that they go to Guinea, na bypass the bypass. That's not human trafficking.
Yes.
Not that you ever treat with lightly.
No.
But the one that where they go through the ministry, that they go through the genuine companies them, then they never ever reports of that kind of ill treatment there as far as I know. So Lord just try for make that way there. May you not like say everything about going to Iraq or going there is bad. It's about how they go there. If you go through the back door, what do you expect? I mean, you know, because not always salon people that they come up for good day. No. You get other countries the way they go there, but you go through the right channel. And even the one that where the companies that register with the government, then the government say the government can sometimes delay the processes where they for send people them to an extent that sometimes they can lose contract and other kind of thing they do. So I think to say the government for be much more in the center of all of this. Make sure say they set example per the one they saw now they do arrest. So this one will stop. Then they take money now put people in the hand. They say some man they even call for the millions of leons. Some man they call for 18 million. Now one girl say, boy, if me get 18 million, why not go do business now? African give you, they go pass through Guinea. So please don't just go. And apart from that, you got other Sierra Leoneans them where they go through dangerous waterways, like for go through Lampedusa, go to Italy, this and that. We therefore encourage them for stop that, right? And I think say government for do more for make sure say they create the enabling environment where go make Sierra Leoneans them wish for stay in a salon rather than going all kind means for go out of the country.
Well, I think say Anna will try for round up, but you know that issue of that.
Go quickly my 91 before we go.
Oh, quickly, my 91.
Yeah, we'll not go comment again.
It's okay. That go my 91 quick. Now we see. Well, the time for reach my 91 quickly. Let's see what's in the happen. Then we wrap up. We wrap up.
One me staff they married today.
Well, this is our Federation link. Of course, we did a advance for wrap up now, and we just want to go my 91 quickly, and let we see what's in the happen day, and we will forget that quickly.
Customer you're calling is not answering. Please try again.
Well, Anna, I don't know, you 91, you not look work. Anyway, no happen because we have a join. You 91 don't look one look, and I think, is it, there's a mobile, man, and they take and put on long. Anyway, now get to last word now.
All right.
Well, I go still encourage people for call the OGI 644 toll-free hour. And also, if you miss this program, you can listen on the OGI website. And if you miss the Have Your Say in Governance yesterday, you can also go to the OGI website when www.ogi.gov.sl. Also, you go able for watch and also listen to this program. And you can also see page usai all the text messages them the analyzed one day in that particular page. So just go to the OGI website, you go get lots and lots more where you catch up on. And next week we go come again to now but the OGP commitment, and we go try forget one or two people and we go call and make and tell we the status.
It's Mr. Bender.
Yes, I want to say Deborah Bunde will be the advocate for let them send and go na India for treatment. The government be done facilitate a movement. Then na India they don't do operation per in foot. They don't begin waka and therefore do the operation in hand now. So say at the end of the day it will come back to normal. Imagine say you not be get this opportunity for go, then obviously na die for don't die so we say bravo. We hope say we go try for beef up we own health infrastructure so no get calls for the send people them outside the country.
Thank you very much. It's good. At least Deborah don't go for treatment. When I also go tap from Bulewan for tell that thank you for not listening or we listening people them, especially Aja Ramatuka K and Justice Kawan and other people them we can always listen to this program. Well, the technical man na Sui Aja, the announcer on duty na is Tubangura. So till we meet back in that atmosphere. Bye bye.
Domas.